buddy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today's one of those days where I don't feel like riding, but yet I have my bike, the 1960 Schwinn Continental. Today's one of those days where I feel like tinkering on my bike, because I don't do that as much as I should, and just like a car, it needs to be maintained from time to time. So here's the plan. I'm gonna do a handlebar swap on the good old Schwinn Continental, 1960 Schwinn Continental. And why am I going to do a handlebar swap? Well, I'll explain that very, very shortly. So with that said, let me set up, get all the tools of the trade, and it should be an easy transition. We'll see. But like I said, I'll explain that coming up very, very shortly. And as you can see, I'm at my former home base, Ruby's parking lot. I mentioned before that whenever I want to tinker and fix my bikes and stuff like that, I'll come here. It's just a lot safer. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people here doing their beach life, so I paid the ticket, but I'm not gonna ride. I'm gonna do some mechanic work, try to improve my skills of a bike mechanic and all that good stuff. So with that said, let me get set up and we'll see what happens. All right, you guys, let me turn down the tunes, give you an update here. So I got to strap down, got to disconnect all the the brakes, and then I'm going to swap out the handlebar. Now this handlebar was on my if you guys remember, this handlebar was on my 1960 Schwinn Varsity. Remember that club bike that I built? Well, these were the handlebars and stem and brake levers that were on it. And the reason why I'm using it, it's first of all, it's a better quality components, and second, the Varsity and the Schwinn Continental, the 1960, they're both the same year, and with that, the good thing about it is that the I don't have to change out the cable housing because it's the same length. It's the same length, so I don't have to replace the cable housing, but I'm probably gonna have to replace the brakes. I might be able to get away with what I have right now, but in case I do need to replace it, I have my extra brake cables. But it should be an easy transition, I hope. Oh, and the reason why I'm swapping it out is, for some odd reason, I have this cranked, well, not right now, but even when I crank it all the way, there's still some play. I don't know why. I don't know why the wedge is not catching on. I don't know. I don't know. But I had taken it off momentarily earlier, and I just put this on just to test it in case there was any play, and sure enough, no play at all. So there might be a defective wedge or something. I don't know why there's any significant kind of play with the stem that's on there now. I don't know how to explain these things, but all I know is it's a safety concern. So you cannot have any play whatsoever. So, and besides, these are better components anyways, somewhat. So this bike is starting to become like the 1960 Schwinn Varsity, but it's all okay, it's all right. You know, it's my bike, I can do whatever I want with it. But if I were to give it away or sell it, naturally I'll put the original stuff back on there. Well, the original what was on this bike when I first got it. So all right, let's proceed with the swapping out of the handlebars, and with that, let's see what happens. And voila, there you go, there you have it. That was easy. The first step is easy, was easy. So I don't know why this wasn't clamping on securely. I mean, this is probably one of those death stems. Maybe, I don't know. I have to ask a friend of mine. But yeah, well, if by any reason I need to get rid of this bike or want to give it away or whatever, this handlebar and stem, and along with the levers, they'll go back on the bike. And cool. All right, you guys, here's the update. It looks like I'm going to have to try and very, very carefully to reinstall the cables with this. I don't know if you guys can see that properly, if it's in focus or not, but it's the rounded end, and it looks like, well, it's not that it looks like, it is that these handlebars take this kind of cable. Now the cables that I do have are the different kind. I don't know if you can see that, if it's in focus. It's kind of like the roundish cylinder type. And yeah, well, I could Mickey Mouse it, but I'd rather not. So I gotta carefully put the originals back on, very carefully. So that's the trick of it, and that's where things might get a little hairy, as they say. So oh, and good news, I actually, this time I didn't forget, I brought my grease for the stem and for the head tube. So all right, it's looking good so far. So far so good. So we'll see what happens with the reinstalling the brake cables. All right, let me set up and let's get down to business. Stay tuned. Before I continue, I'm kind of running into a little bit of an issue. I can't find where the exact I can't line up the hole to feed it through the cable housing. So let me stop the camera before I start showing my emotions and frustrations. Rather do it now before things get if they get ugly. So with that said, stay tuned, see what happens. Darn it. All right, you guys, here's the update. All right, I'm gonna have to use the cylinder looking cable, because I fed it through and I was able to feed it through without any issues. So before I proceed, I'm just going to lube the rest of the cable, and just I'll just have to use this, you know. It just won't fit properly into the proper housing inside the brake lever. So it is what it is. I mean, this ain't the first time I Mickey Mouse things like this, but all right, let's continue. All right, here's the update. I was able to luckily I have new cables, not the right cables, mind you, but they work. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if you guys can see that in there. You can see that it clearly, it just doesn't fit into the round housing, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll work. It's just not pretty, because I tried to I tried to feed in the old one, and it was beginning to fray. So even on the other one, and I even carefully tried to feed it in there, and it just wasn't working. So I'm glad that I had these extra cables, not the right cables, mind you, but all right. But I mean, it's still, you know, still works. It's just not pretty, but it's all right as long as it works. And all right, well, with that said, let's carry on, shall we? Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, or whoever is watching this awesome channel of mine, bike is complete. Handlebar swap success. What else did I have to do to it? That's it. I already clipped the cables. Everything's looking good. I might have shed a little bit off of the bike's weight because of the handlebar stem and handlebar. They're pretty lightweight. So I got the 700Cs, which also sheds a little bit of weight as well, but still a little bit of a tanker, you know, because I got the well, I always swap this out, my little tool bag there, and then the rear rack always adds a little bit of weight. And then also, believe it or not, the kickstand adds a little bit of weight. So, but other than that, it's considerably light, sort of, but not by much. So I'm gonna take the bike for a little spin and see how it rides, just around the parking lot, and just to see how it feels with the new setup. So with that said, let me get ready for that, and I'll see you in a little bit. Stay tuned. Hey, what's up, you guys? I wanted to take the bike for a spin around the parking lot for a little while, just for a little bit, to see how the new setup works out. So let's give it a little run through. It feels a lot like when I had the 1960 Schwinn Varsity. It just feels like how that bike used to ride. Yeah, I gotta be careful here in the parking lot, because yeah, there's a lot of beach life patrons here try to find parking and whatnot. And plus, I already ran out on my meter time, so I don't want to be too far off from the car. But man, it's riding good. It just feels like a complete different bike. It really does. The handlebars feel fantastic. Rides really smooth. Handles good. And now that I cleaned the pads and I wiped down the wheels, it's stopping a lot better. It's like a complete different bike. A whole new makeover. I just like how the handlebars feel on this bike. Yeah, it was a good swap. And plus, there's no play in the I don't feel any play with the stem. So that's definitely a bonus. So Yeah, there's no play inside the head tube, which is important because you need that safety feature. You need everything to be tight, snug, well, and operating smoothly like the way it is. So this bike will last for another 60, 70 years, who knows, with the proper maintenance. Yes, and it's riding really smooth, super smooth. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the performance on this bike. Yeah, it's performing beautifully. I love it. It's making me fall in love with this bike all over again. So yeah, man, awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. What else can I say? I just love it.